everybody, I'm here today with a quick driving tip. In this video, I'll be going over a quick, simple, and easy driving tip that you can use to be a safer driver on the road. That means increased safety for you and for all of the other drivers around you. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Here is the quick driving tip. Don't drive in someone else's blind spot for an extended period of time. Now, you see, when you're driving on the road, you are likely going to be surrounded by other drivers. There's probably going to be other cars on the road with you, unless you're driving during really off hours and you're like the only car on the road. But most of the time, you're probably going to be driving with other cars around you. Now, when you're driving beside another car, when you're driving beside a car, you have a few options. You can drive beside them, slightly behind them, which is going to place you in their mirror view. So meaning when they look in their rear view mirror or their side mirror, one of their side mirrors, they'll be able to see you and your vehicle. You can also drive beside them, slightly in front of them, which is going to place you in their peripheral vision view, which means as they're driving, they're going to be able to see you in their peripheral vision. Or you can drive beside them right in their blind spot. Okay, that's another option, which I am not recommending, as you can tell by this video. So when you're driving beside them right in their blind spot, it places you right in between those first two spots that I've mentioned. You're in front of the mirror view, but you're behind their peripheral view. So what happens is, the only way that they can see you is if they actually check their blind spots. If they actually do a shoulder check and check their blind spots, that's the only way that they're going to be able to see you. Now, first and foremost, there are quite a few drivers, a substantial amount of drivers that do not check their blind spots regularly. So if they change lanes, they're probably not going to see you there. So first and foremost, I always recommend checking your blind spot every single time, but some drivers just simply don't do it. So if you happen to be beside a driver in their blind spot and that driver does not check their blind spots regularly, then they might put their signal on, check their mirrors, and then start to move over into your lane, and that can cause an accident or a near accident. But here's the thing. Even though some drivers check their blind spots continually, what happens is if you drive in their blind spot for a long period of time, okay, they might be driving and they might check their mirrors, right? And they might check their blind spot and you're not in the blind spot. And then you might ride in their blind spot from that point onwards. And they might think, well, I checked my blind spot 30 seconds ago and there was no one there, so I can probably move over right now. And then that can cause an accident or a near accident, okay? Now, I know that everyone should check their blind spot, and unfortunately, it's not your fault if they don't check their blind spot, but it doesn't matter. You don't want to be in an accident or a near accident, whether it's your fault or their fault or nobody's fault. So with that being said, what you can do to avoid doing this is not ride in someone's blind spot for an extended period of time, okay? What you want to do is, if you're in someone's blind spot, you want to try and move forward a little bit and put yourself in their peripheral vision, and then maybe drop back if you can't stay forward because of traffic or safety or whatever. Drop back and then go either into their blind spot again or into the mirror point of view where they can see you in their mirrors. And then, like I said, if you're in their blind spot and you can't go forward, then you want to drop back to the point where they can see you in their mirrors, because they should be checking their mirrors constantly and consistently, and then you want to move forward. So what you want to do is, don't stay in their blind spot for an extended period of time. If you happen to have to go into their blind spot for a few seconds, either move forward so that they can see you or drop back so that they can see you. So that way they know that you're there. And they know that, if they see you a few times and they're going to change lanes and you're in their blind spot, they will probably remember, oh, I remember actually that gray car that was continually going back and forth. I don't see them in my rear, in my mirror or in my peripheral vision, in my rear view mirror, my side mirror, or in my peripheral vision. So I better check my blind spot. And then boom, they're going to see you right there. So that's why you should not ride or drive in someone's blind spot for an extended period of time. It's just an unsafe thing, and it's just a bad driving practice that you should avoid. And that's basically it. In this video, I've given you a quick driving tip. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.